so I can just do the thing.
Alright. Whatever you want.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Wow.
Let's see, we
That's
go.
the thing.
I guess. So, Punch does the countdown now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the countdown, and then I'm gonna do all the commentary, and my commentary is probably going to be bloody garbage at this point in time. But
It's going to
I
be
don't care.
bloody, for sure.
I have faith on you.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, on the count of 3, guys. 3, 2, 1. Video games.
Go.
Video games.
Okay, so this is Lilac, the de facto protagonist of the game series. She has gameplay largely inspired by the Rocket Knight series, where she has this boost that drains the meter in the top left, like that. You use that to go fast, but then if you hit walls and stuff, you go slow, and then you have to wait for your meter to recharge, which means you go not fast, which makes the run really difficult and kind of punishing. Revo is doing the advanced, Screen 1 Dragon Valley route, and consequently he is a fraction of a second ahead at this point in time. Oh, he's doing high cyclones, spicy high cyclones. A high cyclone is a trick where you jump, pause the game while you're jumping, and then unpause the game and try and hit jump again really, really fast, and for some reason this completely fucks the jump physics up and makes you jump 5 times higher than you're meant to, and also maintain speed while you're doing it. I don't understand how it works, but it specifically involves pausing while jumping. It doesn't make sense at all. It's also really difficult, and the fact that he goes for it at all is very spicy. Very spicy indeed. And they're both coming up on the mid-bus quickly. If you kick the back 4 orbs out fast as possible, you can then kill him when he comes out of the hole. They both got it just fine. They're neck and neck at this juncture.
Oops. That's bad.
It's fine.
The way it
No, it's
works
not
is
fine.
when you
Missed that
release the
jump.
button,
Whatever he does ahead.
when you release the A button, then the game normally forces you to be at 3 pixels per frame vertical speed. But you skip that process by pausing and pressing on the very next frame.
Well, that's
So
wacky.
you end up with a cyclone like when you use a slope to cyclone.
I didn't know that, mostly because that trick sort of came to popular usage well after I stopped playing the game, for the most part. So they're both coming up on the boulder chase section, and they're going to do a thing where we don't actually fight the boss of this level because we don't want to. It takes too long and is kind of unchallenging, so we're going to skip it, because the trigger to end this level is actually on top of the level. Unlike the rest of the levels, which generally require you to clear the boss, this level's end is just up the top where the level actually ends. If you do these complicated cyclone jumps and then hit specific points of that ceiling, you can attach to it and end up running along the top of the level like this. And if you keep going, you touch the edge of the screen and the stage just ends. This skip actually was patched to be a more presentable form by Strife himself, because when we found it, obviously the stage just ended, it just abrupt ended, cut to stage 2, no questions. And when we told him about the glitch, he just sort of patched it to make it more presentable, so it displays the stage complete, jingle and graphic and stuff, instead of it just being hard cut to stage 2.
Nice.
Another one, Relic Maze, which, just like Mila's run, is also a complete ball ache with Lilac. But you can't skip either of the switch rooms as Lilac because she's too fat to fit through the gap in the wall.
Exactly.
I'm taking a breather for a moment. I need a drink of water. I should have gotten water before I do this. I forget I talk at a mile.
I actually got this.
Okay, so Fladervy is going to do the first instance, I think, of Lilac zipping in this run. Gets stuck in a wall. This one's dead easy to do, even as a casual player. Just get stuck in the wall and you can go to the purple room without leaving the yellow room through the door, because the yellow switch room and the purple switch room, are, in terms of a map, are actually a single map that is situated vertically on top of each other. And if you hit the switch that disables the blocks in one room, it disables the blocks in the other room. They function with the same collision programming, so if one goes off, the other goes off, you have to hit both switches. And then they restart, walk back to the middle, and are able to start this cutscene.
The intended way to go back to the other screen and then re-enter the room so the hitbox would be there again. But that's not what happens because we skip this part.
Skipping is good for the soul. Mostly because video games are overrated. You can just
perfect.
get through them quickly. Oh yeah, you can tell it's the frame perfect restart because you've got the weird jump. Fladervy missed Cave Glide. That trick is really difficult. I miss it all the time when I ran this game. And Revo gets it. Smooth movement. Smooth movement. So this is like mostly just difficult movement and not really like show-stopping glitches or anything through Relic Maze.
I missed a Darrow strat.
Stop. See how Revo does it. You both missed it. Never mind, I don't get to have fun.
And now the high
That was a
second
nice
session
slope throw. If you say thing that can happen too.
Yeah, this a slope troll is a thing where when you dive kick onto a slope in an attempt to gain momentum like a normal human being, the game will just go, that slope that you thought you were diving onto, it's not a slope, it's a flat surface. The game is wrong, but it doesn't know this, so it will eat your speed.
Nice. Meaning is fucking hard.
Or
I tried
not,
to do the fail escape
it was
on the
zero
door,
speed.
but
No speed at all. Gross.
They're both
We
sitting on
can't
the
speak-
chairs, so I'm gonna check chat as well. While I'm at it. And you guys sitting? I'm
We
sitting.
can't
I'm
do
sitting.
anything.
Yeah, it's an auto scroller. You can't speed this room up any really, except on the way out, and even then, not really by that much.
one golem.
And that's a me boss.
That's a mid boss. He kicks it 3 times and then boosts it. In fact, I think it's just 2 actually. Is it 2? I don't remember. It's 2. Yes, 1, 2, 3. No, 3. I can't count.
You
Ah,
have to get rid of the pots so they don't eat hits for the mini boss.
What the
Because the pots will eat the hits if they're in front of it, because hit priority in this game is stupid.
Okay, by
And,
that mentally
yeah,
I
I
put the
mentally
run.
Fladervy and Revo are both coming up on Mantolith, as we'll explain during the Mila run. The same principle applies with Lilac, where if you can get the first hit of before the timer actually comes back on the screen, it
And
stays
I failed.
frozen. Fladervy got it. We'll see about Revo in a moment. No, Revo missed it completely. Sorry if my commentary seems harsh. I don't really have much of a brain-to-mouth filter at this point. Fladervy has Mantolith stuck in a corner. Was that quick? Was that the quick kill? Nah. No, it was. It was the quick.
It was.
Mantolith's head jumped through Lilac as she was boosting, stuck upside down against the wall, which is a thing that happens for reasons I don't understand, which resulted in a fast kill. This is looking like a really good Mantolith for Fladervy here.
Oh, that was,
No,
he almost went.
It was
away.
always good. Nope, I'll take that. I'd take that in a run any day of the week. That was pretty good. Let's see how Revo handles the next phase. I didn't see what Revo's fight was, actually.
Anyways.
Mantolith kind of got away
I
from him
meant
there.
the super fast thing.
Oh yeah,
Not
that's
for
a thing that...
fortunate.
That's a thing that Revo told me about recently, where if you pause the game on the first frame that a slowdown starting explosion would begin, it doesn't slow down, so you save like real time with that. It doesn't matter for game time, but that is a thing that happens.
Actually, I lost a lot of time just trying to do that.
So now we're on Fortune Knight, and Fortune Knight is... Wow, holy shit, that first screen route. What was that? I've never seen that before. Okay.
Wow,
That's
that was
new.
bad. That was weird. And I had
Kinda
to go
beefed
back
at the
because
end
I
there,
did the
but-
shoot.
Kind of beefed it at the end. I want to see... Does Revo do the same strat? Yes, he does. What is this route? What the hell?
That's what was my
Wow,
bad.
that's spicy! I like that. I've not seen that before. Anyway, Fladervy is coming up on the first instance, and also like only instance really, of wrong warping in this game, where if you get this like enemy corpse stuck against the wall there, the screen transition, and then boost into it and bonk out of the loading zone and like then do a fade out skip, it like warps you to a different checkpoint in the level, except it doesn't do that. It defines a new checkpoint according to your screen position on the first screen
Almost.
and applies it to the second screen. So you warp forward in the level? Question mark, question mark, question mark? And they're doing a second wrong warp here, which is pretty much the same principle, but in order to do it, you have to uppercut onto the roof of this building in a very
Okay.
specific position, and then roll boost out of it. And Revo unfortunately missed it by, I think, doing it too early.
So
There
it
we
has
got
to
it,
do
and
the
it's on
third
the
screen
second
target
fight.
or something.
Yeah.
That's
No, he didn't. No, sorry. No, he didn't miss it. My brain is not working properly.
What the?
So I lost a lot of time to that.
That was an interesting backup.
And here's the pause mesh to skip slowdowns because that's a
Yeah, the pausing to skip the
Many
Yeah, that
slowdown.
was slow.
many series of small slowdowns. So I'm skipping as much as I can of them.
Okay, so now Fladervy is doing a thing where he made... Wow, he kept the speed off that. That's mental. Keeping the speed off the zipline all the way through that section. I wasn't even aware you could do that, so go figure. keeping your speed off the zipline
It's
requires
pretty
a
hard.
very precise timing. Yeah, and he gets that strat as well. Oh, its pace is spicy. See how Revo does it. That's why it's hard. If your angle is slightly wrong, you have to do a slightly slower backup instead, but it's fine.
And I missed the most important one.
Yeah, that's like advanced balloon skip, but you can uppercut off the edges of ledges. That rhymes, and it like sort of carries gravity for a bit. Uppercuts and gravity really don't agree with each other. You can uppercut off ceilings, and it like tries to push you upwards, regardless of the fact that uppercutting off a ceiling would logically push you downwards. But it's an uppercut, so the game wants to make you go up. So it looks like gravity just like completely flips on its head for a moment. It's utterly baffling. And Fladervy is now fighting Heropantsathon, and the key to this fight is to do a lot of damage really, really quickly. And if he does manage to do enough damage to it straight away, he will go on the fast cycle. And it looks like Fladervy missed it, so he's having to do a whatever the hell you do when you miss the fast cycle. So both of them missed it. That's fun because I don't know what happens when you miss fast cycle. I don't know what the strategy becomes. I know you can like steer boosts during this section. Boosts in sections where you are like forced to move forward by a screen scroll. Boosts gain incredibly bizarre physics properties and can be basically steered omnidirectionally, like totally analog.
Wow, I
And
thought I
you can use
had
that.
it.
You can use that to
it.
basically float in front of bosses and do tons of damage that way. I don't understand the physics behind it, but it's the thing that can be done.
This shit for the rank was actually better than my two split.
Because you can
Three-
yeah,
Ooh, one.
you are always running maximum speed.
Fladervy with the
Technically,
307 Fortune Knight and Revo with the 301. Low threes are really good.
They're really bad.
You're really bad.
We're
no.
both really bad.
Focus on your run. Do not contradict the commentator. I will cut you.
I tried to
Okay,
do
no,
a spike
okay.
jump here.
Isn't spike jump frame perfect?
It is.
Yeah, you can jump off spikes without being hit if you are literally frame perfect. I don't know why he goes for those.
You have
I
to
don't.
be. You
I
have
think
to
that's
go.
stupid.
You have to get. You have to be diving when you land on them as well.
I didn't know that. That's probably explained why I don't get them. That's another restart warp for Fladervy just did there. I don't know if that one's actually faster or not.
It's
That's
because
that's
I fell
that's like
down.
in debate. Yeah, if you fall down, you can restart warp there to get yourself back on track a little bit faster.
And this is the other strat.
Fladervy is doing high uppercuts, which is a strat I somehow haven't explained yet. If you hold up and press jump and uppercut relatively close together,
Wow.
you can get an uppercut that goes like twice the height, which is obviously good for movement and good for damage and that sort of thing. I used to believe that it was like based on how close you hit them together in terms of frames. I don't think that anymore because I got a robot to do the inputs and it can't do them like with even any remote degree of consistency. So I think it's just the game being weird. And also, you can do
High
damage boost in this game
cyclones.
if when you're about to get hit by an object, if you like turn to face away from it, it doesn't. The way being knocked after taking damage is done is not that it calculates like what direction the projectile hits you from. It detects what way you're facing, which means if you want to boost to the right, turn around before you smack an object and you'll get bounced to the right. If done with enough
By
speed,
speed.
this allows you to basically confirm.
In high negative speeds.
Oops.
He
Wait a
just
second.
played really fast, and then inverted his colors because that happens if you pause the game.
When the mini boss is defeated.
There's a strategy for Spade that I don't have time to explain because everything's going too quickly. That's this one in a nutshell.
And I mixed strats. I tried to do melee strats there. It was not fun. That was interesting.
So these
think
crystals
which
on
one-
the Earthship are on like I think they're on like what, the global cycle?
No, they are local.
No? They're local. Okay then, I have no idea how to predict
Oh.
what they are, and they can like radically screw you over when trying to go through these sections.
I'm taking way too much damage, but it's okay. Don't fall there.
Getting stuck against the wall, mate. I like it. Okay, so this mid boss, you can kill it in one cycle as long as you like sort of float in the air like
Come
this. And if you
on.
want to take a hit on the way down, like Fladervy managed to do, so getting hit in mid-air will refresh your cyclone if it's been used. So if you try and get that boss to fire
That
and
was
then
bad.
take a hit on the way down. And this is Dale, and they both do the fancy strat where you like try and boost through all the feathers. There's like a smoother, like uppercut into dive kick thing, but it's slower. But they both go for the really spicy boost strat, which is obviously prone to failing, like it just did with Fladervy, because if you miss, you can't stop, because that is the nature of boosting. And they are both like perfectly synced at the moment. Actually, that's freaky. How do you guys do the third phase now? You high uppercut through those, try and catch it during the thief invincibility. Okay, I guess it's the same strat.
Nice inputs.
That was... I actually managed to die today well, somehow.
And now they're just gonna both sit at the right edge of the ship and do strat through it.
I avoided the wind attack.
You almost got windy. This boss can do an attack where it like slowly pushes you out towards the edges of the ship.
I missed it again.
I missed it again. It's like 1 second.
Explosion slowdown. Obviously, it's really slow if you get caught by the wind attack. So Fladervy was like about to get it and then countered it by kicking the boss in the head. So that's good. You guys are like about a second away from each other at the moment. Revo having caught up somewhat, I think. Got ahead actually. I can't brain. So this is Jade Creek. I like this level, but not as a speedrun. This level as a speedrun is a lot of cycles. It looks really fucking cool when done correctly. Like, this is a super swim that Revo is about to do. If you jump and dive kick out of the water a whole bunch, you can, like, rise out of the water with a great ton of speed. Like, just like that.
That was close.
But it's really hard and finicky, and it makes me mad. And that is why I don't like it, despite the fact it looks really, really cool when done correctly.
Oops.
They're both going.
Not very
the thing
good.
with high cyclones, right, is you can see, but if they both seem to suddenly pause very briefly, they're likely attempting a high cyclone and missing it because there's like a million places where you can use high cyclones, but they're complete ass crack as a trick to work with, and like 90% of them won't work. Because ha! Freedom Planet. Welcome to speedrunning.
Wow, there was some.
Nice. That was a pixel, I think.
This is in the lead now. Fladervy is back in the lead by like a second or two. It's constantly
Whoa.
switching this. This is actually really entertaining. I'm amused right now. Are you not entertained, people?
Probably failed. Yeah. I probably missed the 150 cycle.
Okay, so this is a trick called Lake Glide where you can like glide the whole lake. Let's see if Revo gets it. Revo sticks it. That is a really, really precise like full jump. It can't be any more than pixels.
And
Like,
that
50
was...
Wow, I
Wow,
lost a lot of time.
Revo actually managed to like get a shield on Nera. Nera summons shields that like take as many hits as they would if they were on you, but you can just sort of kill her before she gets any shields off
I wonder
at all.
which type I'm getting.
Oh yeah, and this is
right.
the submarine cycle
Sorry, guys.
super swim thing, and it's like aggressively awful, and I hate this trick. Revo is like currently doing a lot of restarts to manipulate the cycle while not losing as much IGT, which I think is balls, but whatever. Doesn't even look like he's gonna get the cycle anyway. Show me this super swim, Revo. Nah, if you get it correctly, you can rise out of the water there with like full speed and just run across this entire section with the maximum speed the game will allow. Because this game has a hard speed cap on like the horizontal axis of 15 pixels per frame.
It's all directions except upwards that it has a speed cap.
But it's a 2D game. When I say hard cap on the x-axis, that means not up.
It has no y-axis, but only falling.
Whatever. Boss. You guys, Fladervy is on the boss. This is, you first fight Serpentine just as he is in Fortune Knight. Only this time you're in closer proximity to a corner, and the natural enemy of the snake is the corner, because it's like that Chinese proverb, the cornered snake gets massively screwed up by a dragon or something, I don't know. And then it summons a giant chopper, which if you, like, do high uppercuts and bump against the wall like that, you can ruthlessly screw it up and not fight it the normal way. The idea is that you're meant to kill the soldiers on the ground, which makes it come down into striking distance, but that takes way too long and is very boring, so we're just going to, like, bring the fight to it. And there's also a thing here called a murder boost, which I don't think anyone is going to go for.
Well,
but, like, when it moves to the left, it can track You can track it like all the way to the left side of the screen with one single boost, and you can basically kill it in one shot. And again, you guys are both like neck and neck somehow.
I feel those slow down. Keep again.
I fell again the frame perfect fall in all the levels I tried.
Yeah, how dare you fail a frame perfect trick a few times, right? Okay, so this is Stumble Base, and right out of the gate on this level, both players are racing against a cycle to make a zip that allows them to skip like the first screen, like half of it, like outright. So let's see how they go. They have to, any mistake at this point will like likely put them a cycle behind. So you have to grab the key card, but not do it so high that you go through. Get through the barrels, and Revo has made the mistake! Fladervy has not made the mistake, and still misses the zip, so never mind that. They're both on the same cycle now. Oh, Fladervy misses the second cycle, but will he get 2 point... He gets the 0.5 cycle. I wasn't really counting, that was something. So they're not that far behind still. 1.5. Fucking, we name our cycles after Kingdom Hearts games in the Freedom Planet community. The 1.5 cycle HD remix. So I love it, it's my favorite. It's a good port, buy it now.
Wow, that was...
masterful transition. And
this
is
Trooper's randomness can screw us.
Yeah, Troopers, the AI of the Shade Troopers behaves like... I'm just gonna call it random. Like, I never want to say, oh, this is random. The Shade Troopers AI doesn't make any sense at all. I'm going to call it random. It doesn't do anything in accordance with anything.
And not Punch's favorite strat of the game.
You boost on the ceiling, get the key card, and then leave in one smooth motion. It's fucking awesome. I love it. Wow. That is my favorite trick. You don't like, you don't even do it. Oh yeah, the lava falls on a global cycle here, which Revo I think just slightly slipped by, but maybe I can't tell.
I got the bounce blob and I had to change everything there.
So here you can see them tracking the enemy across the entire screen with one boost, which is like a thing you can do if you have bosses that move in straight lines. When you can, bosses die, like, really fast, because the boost does damage. It's one of the few attacks in Lilac's kit that has the coding that makes it do damage proportional to its speed. This is really difficult to notice in practice because Dragon Boosts pretty much always put you up to, like, the speed of a Dragon Boost. Which is like, what is it, 12, I think? But in essence it means if you can stick, like, lots of hits of a Dragon Boost on a thing, it will die pretty quickly. Because you're not really meant to be able to do that unless your timing is good. And, where are we now? It's like a haze of colours for me. Okay, so on this screen that Revolution has just entered, there's crushers later on in the level that they pound down from the top, and if you touch them, you die instantly. Invincibility doesn't save you. So this screen is on a cycle, which means you have to be fast early on in order to get through later. And Revo passes through with no problem whatsoever. Fladervy has to wait, because if he doesn't wait, he would die immediately.
No,
you can't like, invincibly boost
I feel
them.
the jump.
Yeah, well, either way. Either way.
That was awful.
So I had to wait, and waiting is not fun.
It's top route. See, both of them did top route. I don't know top route, I do bottom route. And Revo is also like bonking up the elevator because elevators are really slow, like you have to wait for the platform to take you to where you want to go.
And this time I did not miss the without skip.
Why would you do that when you can just like force lift yourself places? And Revo demonstrating the best speedrun strategy is that to kill bosses quickly, you should not let them finish talking before you start kicking them in the head. And otherwise this boss is kind of just, when it emerges, kill it, and then wait for the balls.
Only one letter, bitch.
You're doing high cycling during this fight for.
I use high segments for everything. I came to this run and just like a high segments parry, spreading high segments everywhere.
I almost did not kill the boss with that boost. It's okay.
Fladervy did like a thing where he gets at the top of a ladder and then snaps downwards. That's not him dropping frames, that's a thing that happens for reasons I don't understand.
You get hit out of finishing to climb the ladder, so the animation was stored and you use it only ladder with different heights. So it uses the height of the previous ladder.
Revo nails us and then gets caught by the one weird spot of that slope that like utterly murders your speed. So this is Panga Lagoon. This is my favourite level. I actually have one of those in this game, can you believe that? Because you get the Super Dragon boost, which is like a boost, but 2 of them. So like you boost once, and then you can boost again. Riveting game design. I'm being sarcastic, but no, I really do enjoy this mechanic. The Super Dragon boost is also like the strongest attack in the game, like period. Because it also has the property of a Dragon boost where it does damage proportional to speed, but Super Dragon boost put you up to the 15 speed. And you're hitting things at that speed. It's like that thing where it's like, what is it, like force, mass times velocity? You're going really fucking fast, so everything dies as soon as you touch it with that thing. It's destructive. It feels very good to use. It's got a very satisfying sound effect.
But it's on this stage?
It's only on this stage. It is a stage-specific gimmick, and this stage is also specific to Lilac's campaign. Neither Mila nor Carol play this game, play this level, and they also can't complete it unless you glitch really heavily. Specifically a Lilac stage. And then when you get inside the ruins, you come across blocks that disappear again on like the local cycle, I think. I'm not sure. Ah, Revo falls down! This is a problem. You don't want to fall down because then you get stuck in with the bees. No one wants to be stuck in with the bees. It's good life advice. It's like, this is one of the few like high cyclone places that I would consider doing it in, but it doesn't look like either of them got it. And on this next screen that Fladervy just entered, this is also like a very tight cycle straight away to not slam these blocks as he rises up. And I think he's on a good cycle for block maze, because you want to beat another set of disappearing blocks here. He boosts up,
okay,
and bounces, and then falls straight back down.
With that.
What does Revo do? Revo gets the block phase skip, and now they're once again back even. I need to take a break every once in a while. This is killing my soul to commentate because it's so fucking fast. There's like 2 screens at once. It's like actually kind of hurting my eyes a bit. The lack of sleep probably isn't helping. Alright, so they're coming up on the boss. The boss of this level is a giant dragon type thing, not the same kind of... whatever, I'm not going to focus on the lore, it's pointless. It has orbs on the back. You need to kill a certain number of these orbs before you can kill the boss, but that takes an eternity and a half. So we're going to do a glitch, question mark, where like if you sort of hug the right wall, it like despawns the orbs and enables you to smack the boss in the head and kill it straight away. This works most of the time, and then will then curiously not work for reasons that are not immediately apparent. Revo gets it, Plaid gets it, good, nobody has to care. It works. Hey. My stuff works every time, 50% of the time. That is how I feel about that trick.
With this setup, it's actually very more consistent.
Everyone's got a setup. And it's always consistent until it's not.
But this cookie was actually my worst nightmare.
And now it's time to mash puzzles again. Yay!
Mashing!
Except you can get hit easily if you're unlucky. Spawns.
Yeah, so this is the shmup again. Just like with Mila, the way in order to do this fast is to mash buttons. So I'm actually going to do my job as like running the marathon stream and read a donation, singular. That guy with the unpronounceable name of it, Xenos Tate. That was it. That was the thing Will said, I think. Donated another $2.50 saying thank you. Thank you, dude. Otherwise, that's it. That's the only donation I had to read. We have raised like $2,000 or something. That is enough. Most likely to get at least one of these people to GDQ. We will likely not be able to run the race at the event.
I'm taking a lot of hits. Taking a lot of hits is bad because of meter.
Oh yeah, when you have full life and you pick up life, it gets converted to meter instead, which means taking damage here is not good because then you can't convert health to meter in the state. It's like a really basic gameplay mechanic. That's the sort of level I'm working on now, and I'm explaining complicated speed strats, but not basic gameplay. It does in fact need 1000% more projectiles to be Toho. I'm playing a Toho game right now. So Battle Glacier, this is also a complete ball ache of a level with Lilac. It's just a ball ache with everyone. It's a long level, it's difficult, it's got a lot of awkward geometry.
I had to go for a slow level because of meter, because I took way too many hits.
So that's just a thing that you can do if you find yourself short. Let's see. Okay, Revo just fell clean through a platform there. That's yes. I like it. Games. Very spicy, my dude. So Fladervy does higher out on this, which I think is mad. You're trying to make the cycle of a hang bar at the end of the screen here.
We don't care about the hang bar anymore.
No, you certainly caught it anyway, so deal with it. Misses the whole slope to bounce off at the end. That's mint. I didn't know that.
Wow, nice dropping there.
Fladervy doing this strat to get onto the higher route. Jumps off the weird curved edge of that platform to gain a bit more speed. Sometimes the really awkward geometry levels work for you.
How a single input can...
Fladervy is now dealing with the grills, which are these really, these cylindrical things that you have to kick at walls and make them explode in order to proceed. These can be kind of awkward because they've got really weird hitboxes and sometimes don't, like, go when you kick them immediately. So here's 3 of them in a row. If you boost them all at the same timing, hopefully you get through. He did get through, which is good, but it's not, like, guaranteed because sometimes one of them likes to, like, flip out and be slow when they move, which means that like they go not at the same height and fizzle out. And sometimes they fizzle out without hitting anything. It's my favourite. Let's see how Revo does it. And now they're on Absolution, which is handled much the same way that Vanilla handles it. You just kind of manipulate its position in order to stay in one place and not get hit. This is free as all balls with Lilac. It's the easiest strat in the world. Just keep it in place and then it dies. If you have the metal shielded, like it's even easier because then being hit won't like drastically throw you off the pattern. Alright, what's Flad gonna do? Is Flad gonna go for the manly zip version of this? There's a pixel perfect zip in this, like literally pixel, and of course he goes for the manly version of this. And doesn't get it, unsurprisingly. But then gets that was fast. That zip that Fladervy just did is pixel perfect, like literally pixel perfect. I checked, it's pixel 5068. I think. Is it 9068, I'm dumb. Anyway, that pixel, that one, it is that pixel. Dude, that hit lag was wild.
And I did the same thing on both runs. Amazing.
So now Revo is doing the setup for the pixel perfect zip where you bounce off a wall at a specific place and then it will always put you on the correct pixel. And he passes through
always,
relatively little issue.
Always quote unquote.
Always. It puts you on the correct pixel like 90% of the time. There is like the smallest chance that it will put you on the wrong pixel and then you soft lock the game by accidentally zipping into the wall at the wrong place. Because that's a thing that occurs where, by all accounts, you should in fact bounce onto the same pixel if you hit the wall at the same point, but you don't. Mysterious. I blame the engine. When anything goes wrong with this, we just blame the game engine. It's the thing that you do. Click Team Fusion sucks. Always blame Click Team Fusion. It doesn't matter. Everyone does it, including people who normally just make their games in Click Team Fusion. And Fladervy is on the boss. And the boss is difficult as Lilac to do fast because you have to do a bunch of high uppercuts, which I've not really talked about a whole lot because they're like, I don't know, I just haven't talked about them a whole lot. They're difficult, they're precise, and oftentimes even if you do get the input right, the game will shortchange you on them regardless. And Fladervy doesn't seem to be having much issues with this at all. He's having the good
Okay, this is actually amazing, I guess.
Fladervy is having is this the perfect game? That is the perfect game.
This is my best battle glation run I've ever done in a run.
Low 4, 408. That was mental. What is my ILPB on this stage? Like, bear in mind as well that I'm boring enough to have a fucking trophy for being good at this level. That's better than my personal best on that level. That being said, my run of this is like what, 2 years?
That's my best
battle glation ever. I wasn't expecting battle glacier.
I have been sitting on my foot for so long that I can't feel it anymore. And now Fladervy is moving on to the final Dreadnought levels. The final 4 levels of the game are currently at the end of this run here.
By getting that good of a battle glacier.
So am I, honestly. You don't get battle glaciers that good in a run. It's like it's cheating. Yeah, Dreadbox is still a thing. That's coming up. There's a trick in Final Dreadnought 2 called Dreadbox. And it's dumb, bullshit, random bollocks that may or may not like totally flip the outcome of this race according for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Almost certainly will, because it's. I'll explain it more when I actually get to there. So Final Dreadnought 1 as a level is like also like mostly cycles because you have to, at the end of this screen, you have to deal with like these pylons that shoot these balls that hurt you, the electric balls. That means you have to go through the stage at like some degree of effect in order to get through.
Wow.
He does the high uppercut coming out of the teleport strike.
I shouldn't have not done that.
And gets stuck on the ball. Doesn't have his Cyclone either. So Rebel may be able to gain some time up on that screen if he, you know, like executes correctly. They have the airlocks, which we kind of just casually ignore because we're sort of going too fast for the effects of air drag to really matter that much.
Oh, that was close.
That's an interesting. Oh yeah, I forget. This level is the one that's seen a lot of like minor optimizations over time, and there's a lot of new strats on it that have been like somewhat recently found that I'm not really privy to. So it's interesting. That strat that Fladervy just did, he didn't get it, but if for some reason you enter a teleporter but are like kicking an enemy while you're doing it, like under the effects of hit lag, you maintain your speed through the teleporter. Only if the teleporter would normally lose your speed because it passes through a wall. And now Fladervy did a wonky boost on that boss and stuck it perfectly and immediately killed the first phase by like using the basically analog movement of boosts on running sections to his advantage. And that is a smooth boss kill, 151.
Oh, I almost got the first fast teleporter.
And now, time for the runs to get interesting.
Yep. Fladervy is coming up on Final Dreadnought 2 with Dreadbox. Dreadbox is a trick where a box sits on the ledge,
actually good.
and you attempt to jump and kick into it. And if you are incredibly lucky, the box will clip you through the ceiling and you'll save about 40 seconds because it allows you to skip having to go scrat around the level for a bunch of keycards. Which is convenient, except for the fact where the trick is like double sub-pixel perfect or something, and thus effectively random.
Nah, I missed that.
It's too important to not go for, and that is the most common outcome, where the box gets stuck in the ceiling and doesn't take you with it. Rebel got a 146 FD1, which is super good, actually.
Here we go.
So now they're both... The race is pretty much even at this point still. Nothing really matters before this, so doing his second run of Dreadbox here. This is literally all there is to this trick. You just do this and hope it punches you through the ceiling.
So it's super precise.
It's just super dumb and super precise. You have to be like dead on, and even if you are dead on, it sometimes might just not work. And they are. The race is in fact just totally even at this point. They are both kicking a box. And Fladervy got it stuck in the ceiling for the second time.
And the first one for me.
Welcome to why Lilac speedruns gradually died in popularity over time. This trick, I don't really think I should have to explain why after seeing it in action. Kick a box, and if you like, by its magical, majestic, divine voodoo, might gain you 40 seconds or might just kill your entire run flat dead.
One big story again. That's magic.
We may be here for a while. I'm going to read a donation because we have one.
Yeah, it's a good moment for donations.
Dawn Bennett donated $15 to say, "You guys are amazing. It was awesome to watch you work your magic on this game. Hoping this helps." And Serafna donated $50 to say, to quote the fucking Pokemon theme apparently, "I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause." Serafna, why? Why do you do this to me? Yeah, I don't
Come on, they're about to... I was about to ask. I think we made the fun to kill this. What? The thing! This is where your donations are going.
This is where your donation money is going, people! This is the game you wanted!
Come on! Another killing bot! This is amazing!
We have a race.
Yeah, that's why nothing really matters in this race.
Come on, just sending bugs first try in a row. I need my last life.
I have 3 lives.
I think at this point it would have been faster for either of you to just do the fucking level the normal way.
It would. In fact, I've done this now. Because I give up.
Just do the level the normal way. You both wasted like
I have 3 lives, but I gave up on that.
You both wasted like 3 minutes on this box and it only saves 40 seconds.
Only.
Yeah, Yeah, but like the time efficiency conversion ratio at this point, you just
leave this place without red box.
He really wants to get this box. Okay, so
come on, Bob. Do your job, Bob.
Gonna do the stage
Bob.
the normal
Thanks,
human being way. Revo getting a game over to get more lives to do the box, whereas Fladervy is gonna kill the squids the way.
Almost die.
Finishing this
but
without red box. I don't mind about the race. Actually, that's a good thing because if this takes long, it's more time to get donations.
I haven't got any more to read. I read all of them. I didn't even really read Seraphnus properly. I got bored halfway through because it's just a fucking road to the Pokemon game.
Dark for taking
Please
way too
try
many
after the game over.
There we go. Revo finally got the dread box, and I think that actually makes the two of them perfectly.
Because I died.
Got the game over. The first try, dread box worked.
Because almost dead again.
Cool. Fucking game.
So they went to the teleporter at the exact same point.
So you want dread box last class? Say hello to the street for me.
Okay,
I'm not fighting this shit. That shit.
Revo's just torn ahead at this point. But like, well, let's say torn ahead. It's like what, 5 seconds? It's not that bad actually. So this section, the oxygen goes out in the ship, which is like basically sort of like being underwater, but without being underwater, but in the sense of like you die if you do not have a bubble shield to breathe in. So you have to proceed through here at a speed and also like preferably not get hit in order to like keep your bubble shield. Or something, at least that's how I did it when I played it. I'm pretty sure the strats are different now and the pair of them don't really give a shit about whether or not they lose their shield.
Feels good having.
Because yeah, they can just do the restart here. Revolution just did the restart after reaching the door, which to reset his oxygen meter and try and do the zip off his shield, and he gets it dead on first try, which is, he makes that look a lot easier than it is because you have to line that up incredibly precisely.
Wow, that was sweet.
Come on, back up.
This is the second shield zip, but Fladervy doesn't, which puts Fladervy ever so slightly ahead once again, changing hands very rapidly in this race of the video game Freedom Planet.
Because even with the box, this is a good run.
Good fucking grief, this is insane.
And I have lives to restart.
So now they're both on Giga Serpentine. Fladervy is doing the strat for Giga Serpentine where you stick close to the left wall and bounce off it repeatedly over instant death. They both do it. Go straight over the lasers. That's fine, that's fine.
Why did I do that?
Nice!
Nah.
I got the moonwalk glitch and I almost died on the pit.
Why did I do that?
Fladervy died and got a game over. And Revolution didn't.
And this is...
Did you see that?
Yeah, Revo accidentally activated Moonwalk Glitch, which, well, I say accidentally because I don't really know how it activates. It just sort of happens sometimes. I think
that will be 6
direction
minutes.
while being hit.
FD2.
The 6-minute FD2. The world record time for this level is like, what, a minute and something? Is it like 2 minutes and something? I think it's like a low 2 minute.
206 is.
206.
It's still very improbable. But
Look at this, 557. That's amazing.
And now River is on FD3, which is like a relatively straightforward level, a break from the incredible insanity that is FD2. So I'm going to read a donation real quick. My Lexi donates $100 with the message $100 because successful Dreadbox. You persevered and succeeded. It took all day, but good enough.
Hey, thanks, my Lexi.
Good lord. So they're both on FD3 now. I think Revo is like 20-30 seconds ahead-ish.
Cycle, let's go.
Because I...
There's a 5 second there.
Because there was a... That was an interesting death. On top of
Revo doing the long hallway in one smooth motion. Almost in one smooth. You kind of lost speed there off that one enemy, but that's alright. Still got through. Relatively unscathed. Kept the fire shield as well. Fladervy doing high cycling to try and make up the difference slowly but surely.
Not close enough. Come on! Why?
Revo burning his lead by doing that. I'm having fun with this. I like commentating races.
Nice, perfect cancel boost. I got like 3 or 4 of them. And it's like the shit without the fire shield. I mean, it's not exactly... you can get the fastest fight, but it's way easier with the fire shield. We have a new strat, by the way, Punchy. It's a double phase skip. I am not probably not getting it.
Okay, so on Mila you can do a thing called phase skip, where you skip a phase. Haha, very creative naming.
Cycles.
It was a strat that was found like a million
Cycles.
years ago that never really got properly publicized until I stumbled ass backwards into it by accident and was like, I want this strat, it's mine now, so I'm going to claim that I invented it, even though really all I did was popularize it. And you basically just have to do enough damage to Mila before she hits the floor, like on 2 cycles, and it skips a ground
One
phase.
hit? Seriously? Okay.
It's
a mess.
easy to do with a fire shield because then you passively do damage when you're touching her. That was a relatively clean Mila fight. This boss is like
Probably
not as
better.
complicated as other fights in the game.
I missed a double phase skip by like 2 frames. If you hit, build the 4th phase of Lila before she starts moving, she starts flying immediately.
Okay,
And that's about 1 second faster.
that was a good fight.
Fladervy with the 150 FD3.
Wow, that's nice.
Revo still has the clear lead going into the final stage though, but not honestly very much. Fladervy's camera is all junked though.
Wow, that was atrocious.
What did you do, Fladervy? Well done, Flad.
Yeah,
I like
finishing
that
there.
glitch. So at the start of FD4, you're up against cycles of blocks in order to try and get zips, and Revo sort of just like immediately beefed the opening. So I have no idea what cycle he's on anymore at all.
I'm getting... Wow!
I think all of that has just equalized the race quite significantly. Now it's gonna.
Yeah.
You guys are
What?
Okay, Flad is.
Oh, this flat is getting the same as me.
Not quite as bad. No, you guys are actually both at the exact same point in the level now. You guys are fucking colluding. There is no way this is natural. Fladervy hits the zip.
I
Revo
needed
hits the
to
zip.
get this. Do the shoot there.
2 seconds apart from each other. You guys are fucking colluding. Races aren't supposed to be this close. That's cheating.
Barely made it there.
So this is the giant room with the giant laser that kills you if you touch it, except we walk into it in order to get big damage boost because Lilac has a larger health bar than Mila. If Mila tried to do any of these strats, she would evaporate in a cloud of cute heads. Whereas Lilac can take a bit more punishment, so she can
Like
use
she
the
did
laser
on my
damage
run.
boost. Yep. I don't really know.
Again.
I
That's
think
the consequence.
yeah,
The consequence
Revo's,
of the failed skip. You get the failed skip there, like I did, and you die.
And that's a good FD. Kinda good.
You get that.
Fladervy's
There were
entering the final
74.
bosses at like 115 on the clock, which is pretty good. That's like IL tier. Well, for me at least. It's probably gotten better since I stopped. No, it's not IL tier because Dreadbox is a thing. That's like old IL tier. Still, it's good for a full game.
I got it once on a full game run. No kidding.
Rule Fladervy, hit the 1 cycle on Absolution 1 and stay tuned.
He's one cycle.
The door.
But no, I'm playing 121.5. There's this little detail. The
Oh, yeah,
I don't
messes
have
up
no
better.
lives.
Revan
Oh, this
2's
is-
pattern is now fixed because of the new patch. Previously it was random, it's not anymore, and the pattern it gives for Lilac is quite good and enables a relatively fast kill. So Fladervy
What?
should have no particular problems getting a reasonably fast kill, and then he made a noise which indicates that he didn't. Because no, of course, he missed just ever so slightly and then...
Not for the
That's
last
fine,
boss.
whatever. He's now on the final boss.
What the fuck I'm doing?
The quick kill is where you sort of just slip under the knife
I
skip
was
box or something,
thinking about
And there we
jump
go.
over
Battle
the
Glacier
wall,
Absolution.
boost up the wall, and dead.
Dead.
Alright. Good job, Vlad.
Is
I
that
was
time?
actually doing the other strat Revolution. I got alive. I can restart before we want to there.
So, what's the final time?
I wasn't really looking. Let me see. Let me do it from when your crystal's complete, like 48:39.
Yeah, that
You
was
guys spent
overestimated.
so much time.
That was overestimated because of.
I can do that.
It's not overestimate. Yes, that was 50. No, it's the last run of the fucking marathon. The estimate doesn't matter.
No,
Let's see if
because
Revan
we
gets the
have
quick
an
kill on
extra
Revan
thing
3.
coming on.
Okay, perfect Brevon, at least.
Yeah, perfect Revan to finish it off for Revo at least. Makes up for the disaster on the laser. I'm just gonna press the timer button
was
because
fun.
I don't care about the crystal jingle
So-
timing. I think it's stupid.
Did you finish fairs in real time? And I don't know, in game time. What was
So-
your final time?
That was a pretty good Battle Glacier. I have to say that.
And I had a
38,
terrible Battle
16.
Glacier. Yes.
Keep in mind I have a
Wow.
I had a 6 minutes FDH.
Yeah. I had a really atrocious Battle Glacier. That's not normal, but well, it
Well,
happens. I guess.
Fladervy, what was your game time?
38, what the fuck?
38.
Yeah, 38, 35. It's a completely not normal performance. It's okay.
So
I didn't have time to practice because, you know, it's that time. So for this, you capture just flat stream, I suppose.
Well, aren't you both gonna do some